Hello guys, welcome back to S3D. So this video we're gonna talk about metal frames for these GN frame master grade Gundam model kits, Gunpla. So just give you guys a little bit of background. I have actually experienced these metal frames in the past, not for the double O stuff, but for the C stuff. I think I got one for the Blitz, and I got one for the Dual, or the which one is that? The Buster. A couple of years ago, one of my customer asked me to upgrade the Master Grade kits using those frames. So I can tell you right off the bat, basically, when you're buying this, looking at the price, it's around $50 to $60, plus shipping and stuff, like including shipping or stuff like that. You're not buying the entire frame. Basically, you're buying 70% of the frame via alloy parts. So basically, it's a third-party company. This is not official Bandai product. So you'll also run into fitment issues. So I definitely recommend, some people said like you should use a vice grip, in order to put the parts together. That is something you can do, but you might scratch certain parts if you're going to use a vice grip, so you got to be very careful. Use like tissue paper or use like foam, when you're pushing the parts together using the vice grip. Because again, the fitment issue, plus it's a alloy frame. It's basically iron, from my understanding. Yeah, it's not like aluminum or something like that. So it can rust, so you don't want to expose this thing to too much moisture. So from my understanding is that these things, these are very different from the seat frames, because these are specifically designed for the double O kits. Now the GM frames, the ones that came out after Dynamis, is a very different versions compared to the one that they released for the Exia. The Exia is based on the the old, maybe 15-year-old Master Grade kit. So they made like significant improvement on it to make it very solid. Now the other ones, from my understanding, are like designed to work with the newer technology, and they are for the most part very similar. So we're going to just take a glimpse at it, and I'll give you some comments. So obviously, a lot of people buy these on eBay. It's a pretty reliable place to buy from. You can get it from pretty much any seller. I haven't heard anyone getting ripped off on eBay, but they are actually US retailers that carry these. Last I heard, Toy Arena has them, and maybe some various other online retailer has them. I don't carry them. My friends and I, who are, selling Gunpla or action figure related stuff, generally not interested in carrying these. I did just, whenever I have a customer that wants a metal frame on these things, I just go buy one off eBay and build it for them. So again, like I said, there's fitment issues. It is somewhat significant. Yeah, if you're gonna put this thing together by hand, it could be quite challenging. So you definitely need some tools. I don't recommend like cutting anything. I would just, recommend that you exercise patience. The parts will fit. It's just gonna require, a little bit of force. So yeah, and also, like I said before, it's not the entire frame. It's about 70% of the frame, give or take. So you will need the plastic parts from the existing frame to put it together. So basically, I think the instruction is pretty clear. Like you have to build these parts on top of the plastic frame that they are designed for. So if you build a plastic frame, I guess you can take it apart and reinstall these parts to replace certain areas. It's a lot of work. It's like takes twice as long, and I recommend you just build a kit with the parts on it. you know, while you're building it. So that way it makes it easier. Like you don't have to take anything apart. But yeah, once you put it on, you know, the alloy frame is very sturdy. Basically feels like a metal brake. You will experience some weight issues, especially with the shoulders, kind of like the metal build. So yeah, that part is a little weird. You know, I don't know why they some of these weren't engineered for that situation. It's not all of them have this issue, but I've seen some of them with shoulder issues. I think with the TC model ones, that issue is probably non-existent. But there's also another brand out there that does these type of metal frame. I think this PFS. So anyway, that's the GM frame. The GM frame one is the Virtue, the Dynamis, and the Curios. And the Curios, believe it or not, using this same frame, you can still transform because the way it's designed for the transformation is very easy to do. So you're basically just moving, pivoting certain parts. That's it. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the Exia one. The Exia one is very different. It's completely designed to replace a lot of parts from the current Master Grade kit, which is like 15 years old and it's got problems everywhere. You probably need glue, and the ankles just completely sucks. No matter how you build it, you're gonna have to deal with the crappy ankles. So the best way to display Exia, if you don't want to get a metal frame, is to put him on an action base. That will solve like 99% of your problem. As long as the feet is not touching the ground, it's not being held up by the ankles, the kit is perfectly fine. You can pose it, just got good articulation. You just don't want to be standing in a museum pose without any sort of support, because that thing likes to fall apart. It wants to fall down and then fall apart on you. So anyway, so here we have the parts. They actually include plastic parts to replace certain areas. I believe some of it even have the Trans Am color parts. I don't know if this is the TC model one or the PFS. But from my understanding, the PC model one does not come with the LED. The other company makes the one with the LED. So now it shows you what they change over here with the armor part. So basically, the thighs, the entire leg is completely modified to the point that, you know, it's even the waist section. So it really does feel more like a metal build than the old Master Grade. The Master Grade has like the really loose ankles and the loose waist. So whenever you like trying to rotate the waist, it just feels like very floppy. But yeah, you can see right here, knee has been modified, so you can do the full bend. So it's got the basically he can kick his own butt. And they also replace the ankles, which is really nice. The old the Gunpla, the original the frame has these double ball jointed dumbbells thing for the ankles, and they are ridiculous. Like it just falls apart. So they did it this way. So it's essentially more like the metal build. You got a pin that goes into the ankle, holds it together, and then you get the ankle rocker, which is like work into the feet. So that is very well done. I'm not entirely sure about the shoulders. Judging from the picture here, I think the pin that extends into the shoulder is made of metal. So I don't think there's gonna be any parts tolerant issues, looseness, if you're gonna hold up like a heavier weapon. That's what I'm hoping, but I don't know. I have not seen this or built this in person. But the hip, you can see, is very robust. That's all metal, so that looks pretty good. It shows a picture of the LED, but I don't know if this thing actually comes with an LED. And maybe it does. If it does come with a LED for like $60, this is definitely something I will not pass on. If you plan on building the Exia, like I said before, with all the problems, you can make a really nice kit using these alloy upgrade parts. Maybe this is a reason why Bandai just don't want to give us a 2.0. I don't know. I mean, they can fix all the problems of the new frame, but it looks like a lot of people are just resorting to the third party to upgrade the Exia. Oh, wow, surprise. It comes with the Trans Am parts, and then it also comes with the LED you can see here clearly. $60. Yeah, if you plan on like building an Exia Master Grade, yeah, don't pass on this one. I think, in my opinion, this is a better deal than like buying a freaking metal build, because you got the best of both worlds. And technically, it's just, again, like the metal frame itself, it's it's not the easiest thing to put together. So you will probably need some tools and patience when you try to put this thing together. Okay, there is another brand that does the Exia, but I don't think that one is really that good. So I think the other brand is called the PFS Model. And this one, they designed it too much like the Master Grade. So basically, you can see here, the ankle joints, those are steel ball joints. So that is not great. It does come with LEDs too, but looks like it's like one of those ones you have to wire. So you had to... I don't understand this LED. I'm assuming like there's a wire that goes into the head to make the eyes light up or something like that. Yeah, I just don't get it. But they did modify a few parts, which I think looks really cool. You can see right here, there's like screws that let you screw the frame in. That will probably means it's easier to put together. Yeah, and then you get the... that actually look really nice. This is the double bend on the knees. Yeah, I can see what they're going. You know, they're going for more original approach to make, I guess, the armor parts fit better. Because the TC model, they had to give you a different armor parts, which doesn't match the original plastic. So that could be an issue to some people. You know, you're gonna have plastic parts that look that don't match in color. And it does actually show you how to wire the LED. So you have one wire that goes all the way up into the head, and you have another wire going to the back. Okay, so it lights up the back, and then it lights up the GN drive, and it's activated by magnet. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, my only concern with this one is the fact that, you know, the way the ankle is designed using those ball joints. I'm not completely sold on that, but I think if they can make it work, then they can make it work. Personally, if I have a choice between the two, I am kind of more leaning toward the TC model one. This one here, I don't know. Like, unless someone show it to me in person, I had to see it first before I can make a decision. But this one definitely looked like it's a lot easier to put together than the just by looking at it. I haven't, you know, again, like I said, I haven't put this one together ever. So yeah, the TC ones require quite a bit of work to put together, but I have experienced them before, so I think they're pretty good, especially from the C ones that I built. Yeah, so this is definitely something you want to look into if you want to, you know, build your own pseudo metal build using these upgrade third-party frames. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of company out there that are making these. So apparently PFS also made one for Sazabi, the Verka. Yeah, those Verka kits have a lot of issues. And, you know, if they can fix all these issues using the upgraded metal parts, then essentially, you know, you have a very nice metal build figure for like half the cost. Can you imagine how much a metal build Sazabi is going to be? It's probably going to be like $600. So, yeah. Okay. So anyway, that is pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching.